What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Breakup Brad Browning, and in this video, I'm going to tell you 5 things that your ex is thinking but will never admit to you. Now, this is mostly relevant if you're hoping for a second chance with your ex, but maybe you'll find it interesting even if you're done with your ex and fully moved on. But for those of you wanting your ex back, this will help you understand what's going on in your ex's head right now and hopefully help you get back together. Number 1, your ex wasn't honest when they told you their reasons for why they wanted to break up. Now, it's very common for an ex to lie about why they wanted to break up, or at the very least, only tell you part of the truth. In fact, I'd say this is the case for most breakups. Most of the time, your ex will give you some, generic reasons why they wanted to break up. Things like, I'm just too busy with school for a serious relationship right now, or, I just want some time to decide what I want, or, we don't have any common interests, those kinds of things. And typically, these things will actually just be a small part of their decision, or even just a flat-out lie to totally cover up the truth. See, your ex is going to feel like they need to give you some kind of explanation as to why the relationship has to end, but they also don't want to hurt your feelings by telling you, the full truth. So for example, maybe they're not as attracted to you anymore because you recently gained some weight, or maybe they found somebody new that they're already falling for. Do you really think that your ex is going to tell you that kind of thing, knowing how much it would hurt your feelings? So instead, they'll come up with some kind of, cliche or other reason that's less hurtful, like the old classic, "It's not you, it's me." Now, what does this mean for you, knowing that your ex probably lied or withheld part of the truth? Well, it just means that you should be skeptical about your ex's explanation for the breakup and avoid becoming overly fixated on whatever your ex said was the reason they wanted to end things. In fact, much of the time, those reasons they provide for breaking up aren't actually valid at all. Number 2, your ex feels guilty for hurting you. Unless your relationship with this person was so toxic and broken that they truly hate your guts, your ex is almost certainly going to feel bad that they had to hurt your feelings. They know how painful being dumped can be, and they still care about you to some extent, so breaking your heart is going to make them feel very guilty. In fact, breaking up with you is probably one of the most difficult things they've ever done. Number 3, your ex is scared that you'll move on quickly. Now, your ex is never going to admit this openly, but it's very likely that they don't want you to move on and get over the breakup quickly. Sometimes this is a subconscious feeling in the back of their mind, but it's natural for most people to want their ex to stick around and be available as, kind of a backup plan in case they decide that breaking up was too painful or the wrong decision. Even if it looks like you're moving on quickly from the breakup, your ex will fear that their backup plan is slipping away and that the breakup could end up being permanent before they're ready to accept that outcome. And this is why, as I talk about in many of my other videos, it's so important to give the impression that you're moving on from the breakup and thriving without your ex around. By making your ex think that you're getting over them and quickly moving on with life, they'll be under real pressure to decide if they're willing to let you go forever, or whether they should take you back while that option is still available to them. Now, if you guys do want your ex back and you haven't already taken my free quiz, I recommend you go and do that right now at breakupbrad.com/quiz. Now, the quiz will tell you your current odds of getting back together and give you some recommended next steps to maximize your chances. Again, you can take that quiz for free in just a couple of minutes at breakupbrad.com/quiz. Number 4, they're not confident about the decision to break up. So just because your ex decided they wanted to break up with you doesn't mean that they're certain that they've made the right decision. Now, if you've ever dumped somebody, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's not an easy decision, and there's almost no chance that your ex is completely confident that breaking up was the right choice. They may have weighed the pros and cons many times before actually breaking the news to you and decided that going your separate ways was the right thing to do, but that definitely doesn't mean they're sure about that decision. In 90% of situations, your ex is going to be secretly hiding their own anxieties about breaking up. Was it the right decision? Will they live to regret it down the road? Will they ever be able to find somebody like you again? So in other words, your ex is going to be worried to some degree that they've made the wrong choice by breaking up. Now again, they won't likely admit it to you, and they may sound truly certain that the breakup is final when they talk to you about it, but in most cases, in my experience, they're still going to be internally conflicted about it. Number 5, at times your ex misses you and wishes they never broke up with you. Now, like we just talked about, breaking up is hard for both people involved. Your ex isn't likely going to be really any less heartbroken than you are. As a matter of fact, sometimes the heartache can be even worse for the dumper than for the person being dumped. And that means that your ex isn't going to have an easy time after the breakup either. They'll probably cry, feel lonely, and they'll miss you like crazy, especially in the first few weeks after the breakup. There's definitely going to be times where your ex wishes more than anything that they could make all that pain go away by just calling you up and taking you back. And there will be times when they question their decision to end things, and times where they really want nothing more than to be in your arms again. Now, often your ex will be able to overpower those emotions with logic. You know, they'll think back to the underlying problems that led to them wanting to break up, and they'll resist the urge to call you and take you back by reminding themselves that it was, the right thing to do in the long run. Now, your ex's friends and family will also probably try to talk them out of taking you back, reminding them of those reasons why they wanted to break up with you in the first place. Don't forget to visit breakupbrad.com/quiz to take my free quiz right now. And also go to breakupbrad.com/coaching if you want my ongoing one-on-one help with your particularly unique or challenging breakup situation. And that is it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Please click like and subscribe. Please leave your questions in the comments below so I can get back to you. And please stay tuned for my next video coming out soon. Good luck out there, and thanks so much for watching.